Let me ask you a wrap-up question, if I could. We normally ask, what is wisdom? And you provided a response to that so listeners can go back and listen. But I'm curious about what would you say has been the most, powerful or important philosophical exercise for you in your own quest for character?
Oh, that's a good question. I think the most important and impactful exercise that I still do on a regular basis has to do with what Epictetus called the fundamental rule of life. Just from the name, it tells you that it's pretty important, right? The fundamental rule of life. The fundamental rule of life is ask yourself, in any particular situation, ask yourself, is this up to me or not? That is, where does my agency lie? What can I actually do here as opposed to not? And I'll give you an example just from yesterday. So yesterday I spent the last week in Austria, in Vienna, because of a conference, and I'm visiting friends. And then coming back, of course, what happens? I get to the airport and the captain, the pilot, comes out and says, well, folks, bad news. The plane is delayed, and he explains what was happening and what was going to happen, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, immediately lots of people pissed off, right? Lots of people say, oh, that can't be happening. I need to be back. I have a connection, et cetera, et cetera. My first, because I've done this a number of times as an exercise, automatically now, the first question that comes to my mind is, okay, what is up to me here and what is not up to me? Is it up to me to change the situation on the ground? That is, can I actually make it so that the plane will leave on time? No, obviously not. That's not my job, right? Great. So is it going to be useful if I start complaining and yelling and recriminating and all that sort of stuff? No, that's not going to be useful at all. All I'm going to do here is, in that case, is make it worse for myself and probably for somebody else. After all, the pilot was nice enough to come in person. He didn't have to. He could have made an announcement, and he came out in person and talked to us. So no, that's not going to be. What I can do, on the other hand, is to take a break, go around the corner, have a drink, and then open my laptop and get some work done, because now I got a couple of extra hours where I don't have anything else to do, which is exactly what I did. The result of it, of all of this, was I didn't get angry. I didn't get abusive to other people, which is something that often happens when you get angry, when you allow yourself to get angry. It's not just you. It's not just that it's bad for you, for your own, sort of health to be angry. Is that also you tend to slip up and berate other people that may not have, they may just be doing their job. They're not doing, it's not their fault, right? And in fact, on top of that, I actually got some work done. I wrote a new essay that is going to come out on Substack later this week. So there. So that is the exercise that I think is been by far the most useful in my mind. Sometimes that exercise is called the dichotomy of control, because it has to do with what you control and you don't control. But I think it's a bad name. That's not the term that Epictetus uses, because once people start talking about control, then there's a lot of misunderstanding about what do you mean control or not control. Maybe I can influence but not control. So forget about it. It's about what is up to me or not up to me. Meaning, where does my agency lie? What can I actually do right here, right now, given the circumstances? And more importantly, or equally importantly, what I cannot do and make peace with, right? Make peace with the fact that you're not going to be able to solve the specific problem of the delay in the airplane, and then you're fine.